Hey everybody, Kevin McElvaney here, Editor-in-Chief of Pro Wrestling Illustrated Magazine. I am here today to show you the latest issue, which is our June Supercards issue. Supercards is a concept that we ran throughout the 80s, into the 90s, into the early 2000s actually, was the last time we did this, 2002 being the most recent example. Usually what we would do is pick a few recent major shows, for instance, WrestleMania, ECWA's Super 8 was often in the mix, perhaps a Clash of Champions from WCW, and we would just dive deep into those cards. This seemed like the perfect time to bring back this concept, which a few people had expressed interest in because there was so much happening. You see the list of cards on the cover of this issue, but if you look inside, it's a pretty loaded table of contents this time out. We have events from WWE, AEW, probably expect those two things. We have Wrestle Kingdom 15, Triplemania 28 from AAA in Mexico, Impact's Hard to Kill, Kings of Colosseum, which is Major League Wrestling, Osaka Dream Cinderella, which is Stardom in Japan, the Joshi promotion, and then Ring of Honor's Final Battle. So what we did here was, listed the location and date and of each event, and we dove deep into the event, assigning different writers to different events who give different perspectives, and tons of photos in this. You see it's slightly different layout than we would normally use. We have match results, we have other goodies here, lists. So here, Kristen Ashley's Royal Rumble coverage, we have the longest times spent in the ring, the Iron Men and Iron Women. We have 6 pages of coverage of Wrestle Kingdom, which is more than we would normally devote to that event, but the timing was right. It felt like a good thing to do. Both nights of New Year's Smash here. Triplemania, as I mentioned, from AAA. Impact's Hard to Kill. So I don't want... I've been cautioned in the past by a couple of people who want to be surprised by these pages. If you're still watching this video, you probably don't care all that much about getting spoiled by what's in the magazine. But that's the general layout of the section. And then we have world title updates, which a lot of people are talking about. This is something PWI has been doing for many years, going back to our kayfabe era. This is akin to what the Ring magazine used to do with boxing. It was basically just a way to say, hey, we know there are a lot of quote-unquote world titles out there, but not everything is a world title, is a top championship, and here are the most important ones. We've always kept that list to 2, 3, 4 championships at a time. We felt it was time to expand upon that, given everything that's going on in wrestling right now. We also have, in this issue, we have a hot seat interview with Adam Pearce. This is the first time Adam Pearce has been interviewed for PWI since, I believe, 2011, and the same person spoke to him. So our senior writer, Al Castle, caught up with him to see all the things that are different, and of course he's on WWE TV now, and what might be the same. We have some old photos of him, I shouldn't say old, classic photos, as NWA champion and such, and that's a really great interview. Adam is just a very intelligent guy, has a lot of great things to say about the industry and his position in it. I think a lot of you who have followed his career for a long time will appreciate that one. We have this piece from Lauren Founds, who's first time writing for PWI, about Masha Slamovich. This is a great story. Masha Slamovich was overtraining at the Marvelous Dojo in Japan when the pandemic hit last year. Made the tough call to stay there in Japan instead of coming home. So this piece talks about how that panned out for her. And then something that we haven't done in a while is a guest article from a wrestler. We have Jamie Senegal, who you may know from the American independent scene. Jamie messaged us and said, hey, there are all these amazing LGBTQ wrestlers out there right now, and I would love to talk about how much things have improved since I was growing up, and kind of give us firsthand perspective. So she did that and wrote this great article, which we have in here. We have a capsule profile on Andrade. We brought the capsule profile back as a feature that used to run in The Wrestler and Inside Wrestling. That's gotten pretty good response. We have Killer Kelly doing the 12 questions feature, which that's some great responses there. I think you'll enjoy that. And we do have a tribute to the late, great Danny Hodge here in The Way It Was from Brian Solomon. That is something that we unfortunately could not include in the year-end issue, as well as any kind of coverage of the passing of Brody Lee, because it was right after press time. So both of them are talked about at length in this issue in various columns. And then additionally, one more thing I want to point out. The ratings page is really getting out of hand here. So, I mean in a good way. We are doing more of the full-sized column ratings, for lack of a better term. And we have, for the first time, the official IWTV independent ratings, which were sent over by IWTV. Those are official. And better international representation in here as well. In general, that's something we're trying to focus actively a lot more on. So this is, again, the return of Supercards. It is our May 2021 issue. This is going to be on newsstands March 16th, but you can go online and order this right now. It's available from our website at PWI-online.com. We also have a special website set up for this at PWISupercards.com, and you can subscribe to the magazine there. Now, if you're trying to get this issue, you may not be able to get that if you're subscribing, because we're really close to the cutoff date for that. So by the time you see this, you can still go on and order this issue, but subscription would be for other issues going forward. And you can go and get the digital copy as well. That's linked in our various social media profiles and again on that same page. Really, really proud of this one. This is, a lot more international coverage than we've been doing, covering different promotions. There's so much amazing wrestling out there. It sounds, again, trite to say it, but it's true. There's so much great stuff to watch, and really proud of our team here and what this issue that we've put together. This is really going to, I think, be a collector's item in months and years to come. You don't want to miss your chance to get this. So go online right now, again, PWI-online.com. Or if that's a mouthful to remember, just go to getpwi.com. Again, Kevin McElvaney, thanks for sticking through to the end of the video. If you're still here, we have some great things coming this year. Comment below and let me know what you think.